So good morning to all of you. Now we're going to discuss next topic in fourth unit, that is enumerations. So basically what is an enumeration is also called as enum. So if you want to create named constants in Java programming language, a set of named constants we can create by using enum. So we're also having we can create a constant by using final also, but a single constant is created by using the final keyword. But here if you have a set of constants are there, if you want to bring all the set of constants under single umbrella, we can use the concept called as the enum. So see here, what is meant by list of constants. So for example, we may have a set called as week. It may contain different constant named constant like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, like that days are there. So it is one set. So as I can give it the set name as week for this. And after that, I may also have another named constant set called as seasons: spring, summer, winter, autumn, fall. So these are all come under the named constant pool called as season. So like that, if you want to create a list of named constant, we can use enum concept in the Java programming language. As per the Java naming convention standard, what is the rule we need to follow is all the named constants should be in terms of capital letters only. So I again repeat, what is meant by enum is if you want to create a set of named constants, so use the keyword called as the enum. So, and also you if who are aware of C and C++ programming language, they also tell that, oh, what is the new about enum concept. It is already available in C and C++ programming language. So basically what is the purpose of enum in C and C++ programming language? If you want to create your own data type, then we can use a concept called as the enum. But Java programmers are made enum as more powerful compared with whatever the enum which is available in C and C++ programming language. What is the addition they done is even the enum contains a set of named constants, and also it may contain variables. And it may contain methods, even constructors also. So that made the enum of Java programming language is far different from whatever the enums which are available in the C and C++. So basically by using enum concept, we are going to create our own data type. Compared with the previous other programming language, the Java enums are further extended by adding the variables, methods, and constructor. So you may do a number of different kind of operations by using enums. So first of all, we'll know how to use a enum. So there are two ways we can create a enum. A enum may be member of outside a class, or a enum may be a member of inside a class. So first of all, we are going to discuss how we can create a enum outside a class. So if you want to create any enum, the keyword we need to use is enum, and after that we need to specify the name of the set. So here I have a named constant called list of named constant called as color. It contains set of possible values red, green, and blue. So like that I have created one enum, and now how we are going to use this one. So basically what is the enum? We will create our own data type. So see here, I have a test method. Within that I am see here what I am doing. Color C1 is equal to color dot red. Color, what is color? I have not written any class here, but what is color is a enum. I just discussed by using enum we are going to create our own data type. So here I am created an object called as C1 of type called as color. So what is the type of C1 is color. So like that we are creating a data type. We created an object C1 of type color. So color C1, and what is the value I am assigning if for the particular color C1 is equal to color dot red. So automatically that inside the enum color we have the a constant called red that is assigned to the C1. So whenever I just print system.out.println C1, it is going to print the value red. So this is how we will have a enum outside a class. So what we understood from this particular slide is enum is created by using a keyword called as enum, after followed by name of the enum, open the parenthesis and write your list of constants and close it, and also follow the Java naming standard. Each and every named constant should be in terms of capital letters only. So next method, how we can write a enum inside a class. So now I have a class test is here. So within inside the class test, now I have my enum color inside that particular class. Same approach. So basically a enum may be outside a class or inside a class. Both ways we can create a enum. And next, so this is the very important concept. Whenever we are creating enum of anything, then automatically what is compiler is doing is, so how I am in the previous slide I have written color C1 is equal to color dot red. So I am creating an object for the color class. So what is happening is inside, see this particular slide. So whenever you have, when I have written a enum color here, what is happening is internally is Java compiler is creating a class called as color, and it is extending a class called as the enum. In the default package java.lang, we are having a special class called as enum, which is used to create this kind of named constants. So my color class is extended enum, it is creating this one here. And also one more thing, whatever the named constants were you created in this particular enum color, and each and everything is internally created like this: public, static, final. So each and every named constant is a public and final static. So what is the public? Anywhere we can use. And what is the static? Without the object. There is no need of required object. That is the reason why in the previous program I have assigned color.red. So directly I am using. Why? Because it's a static and also final. It cannot, the value of the particular cannot be changed. So I am assigning color red is equal to new color. So my color class object I am assigning to this particular red. So this is automatically for each and every enum we are going to create. For each and every created enum, Java compiler internally creates this kind of a class. Next, enum is also providing us different kinds of methods. So methods like values, ordinal, value of like the different methods are provided. So I will discuss what is the purpose of each and every method. What is the purpose of the values method is whatever the different values which are there in your enum. If you want to retrieve all the values, we can simply call the method called as values. And also there is another method called as ordinal. What is the purpose of ordinal is if you want to retrieve the index position of each and every named constant, then we can use the method ordinal. And finally value of. So inside named constant string, whatever the value is there, if you want to retrieve that particular string, we can use the method value. So we'll discuss all these methods with the help of a simple program. See this particular program, I am using the same color enum only, but the methods I am using all these previous slide, what are the methods we discussed, all these methods I am discussing here. Now I want to retrieve all the values in the color enum inside into, I have created an array of type color. So I want to store all my enum values inside this particular array. Simply what I have written, color AR of is equal to color dot values, then automatically retrieves the values. In AR of 0 red will be stored, in AR of 1 green will be stored, in AR of 2 blue will be stored. So like that, whatever the set of named constants you are having in your enum, we can simply retrieve by using a method called as values. Now after that, for example, I want to know what is the index position of the each and every named. What is the index position? Red is at the 0th index position, green at the 1 position, and blue at the 2. If you want to retrieve these index positions, we can use the method called as ordinal. See this. Here I am using the for each loop. For color COL colon ARR. So for each and every element in the color, so I'm each and every element in the array I'm retrieving and storing into the color variable, and with the help of that I am retrieving the index position. So simply what I am doing is I am calling col dot ordinal. So the ordinal method will provide me the index position. That is the way for all the three values I am getting red dot index is 0, green at index 1, and blue is at index 2. So what is the purpose of the ordinal method is, if you want to retrieve the position of a named constant in the enum, so we can know by using a method called as ordinal. And finally, if you want to retrieve the value of a particular named constant, so we can use the method like, so color dot value of red. So the string what I am asking that whether there is a named constant in color with the name red. If it is available, then the value of method will be retrieved that particular constant. Otherwise, it generates a error. So by using this kind of method, values, ordinal value of, we can do the different kind of things. And also in the previous slide, I have discussed that in the starting of the class, how the the Java enum is differ from the C and C++ enum is, it is having the, we also enum and also we have instance field, and enum we also are having the methods. So these two things I will discuss with the two simple programs. Try to understand. So since here I have created one enum with the name whois_rar. So in that I have a named constant called as Aaron. And also one more thing is also is there in the enum is, each and every named constant we can provide a value also. For each and every named constant we are also assigning a value. So how we are assigning named constant of, yeah, for example here I have a named constant called as Aaron of your value. So like if it is, that's this is string, that's why I put in the double quotes. If you are having any numerical value, you can simply put that particular numerical value. So like this, named constants may also contain the values also. These kind of things which are not in the previous program. That's why Java has become more popular. So here I have different named constant and its suitable values also. And now, and also how we are going to create a instance variable in the enum. So here see this, I have a instance variable called as URL. So that is a private variable. So like this we can create our instance variable in the enum. Now for storing the value into this particular URL, I have using so constructor also. Here I am created the my enum constructor. So what is my enum name is whois_rar. So my method name is also, so the method name and your in class name are both are same. That is we're going to call as a constructor. So here for into this particular URL, I am storing whatever the values I am sending to this particular constructor, that value is going to be stored inside this particular variable called as the URL. So that URL value I am sending back again by using a simple method called as public string URL of, it is returning the URL. So like this, here I have a method. See this is the URL is the method and whois_rar is the constructor, and the URL is the instance variable. So enum may consisting of instance variable, it consisting of a constructor, and also it is having a method also. So we'll write a simple program but to use this all stuff. So see here, simply what I have done here is, in my main method I am simply calling system.out.println whois_rar. What is my enum name is whois_rar. It's a pub. I made my whois_rar as a public. That's why anywhere I can access. So whois_rar dot Aaron dot URL. What is going to happen here is, what is going to happen? Listen. So when I call this particular thing, what happen is, first of all, the constructor for this particular class will be called. So what is the constructor whois_rar? And I'm calling that particular, I am calling So that particular ARN dot URL. So first the constructor is going to execute it. While the constructor is executed, what is going to happen is, so um, constructor is called with respect to the object called as ARN. That's why whatever the value is there with respect to the ARN named constant, that value will be passed to as a URL for this particular constructor, and that particular URL is stored into the my instance variable URL. So again, in this particular method, I'm calling the my URL method also. When I call this particular URL method, what is happen is it returns the URL. That's why we got the output. I will show once what is the output of that particular program. So please see this. So the value of that particular AR and whatever that we stored as a value for that named constant is retrieved by using this particular program. So this is how each and every enum may contain a variable, is a variable, constructor and method also. So now we'll try to understand better by using another program also. So see here, I have a enum operation which is consisting of the named constant plus, minus, times and divide. And also I have a method called as calculate. So the particular calculate method is receiving two double variables. So and also I have using, so what I'm doing is I'm using switch off this. So when my whatever the thing I'm passing to this particular so what is this? This will point to the current class object. So based upon the particular object, if I will call. So if I pass my object as a plus, so it's going to execute return x plus y. If I pass minus, it returns x minus y. If I pass times, it will perform x into y. If I pass divide, it's going to perform x minus y. If I am not performed anything here, it is going to be default. So see how this is going to be executed. So here what I am doing is I am calling that particular calculate method with respect to the plus. So operation, my enum name is operation. I am calling the operation enum with respect to the plus. So what is going to happen is the plus name with respect to plus named constant, the operation enum is called, and based upon the plus object, the calculate method is also going to be happen. So the calculate method is called with respect to with named constant plus. So that's why that this will contains the plus, and whatever the values I passed from my program is I pass the values 1 comma 2. So x contain 1 and double contains the y contains the 2. So automatically the plus operation is going to execute. Why? Because I'm called a calculate method with respect to the plus method. So that's why I written x plus y. So 1 plus 2 is going to happen. So I got the output 3. So let's see how this is going to the same output we will get or not. So 3.0. So this is how the enums can be used. So I again repeat, just summarize the whatever the concepts we have been discussed today. So basically, what is a enum is? So what is a enum is? We are going to create a list of named constants. So like C and C++ programming language, we also have the we could create. But additionally, these enums may contain instance variables, constructors, and methods also will be there. That is the main advantage of the enums. So we will create a enum inside a class or outside a class also. And also one more thing, each and every enum named constant is static, public and final. We cannot change it. And also each and every enum class is going to extend already built-in class called as enum, which is available in the java.lang. So these are the main topics about the enums. Thank you.